Motorsports. JP Big Dogs is our Grand Marshal. Alright, everybody, double file, let's get it lined up.
Oh, hey, I guess now would be a good time to say this. I really appreciate it.
Okay, can you just send me an invite to the race lobby? I just
There
had
we go.
my game reset.
Yeah. Oh, my bad, man.
I wanted to chime in, but then I
Yes,
realized
sir.
the national anthem was going, and don't want it, and no disrespect to the national anthem, so I stayed quiet during that. So.
Oh, what a good guy.
And also, while I was reloading
we are about
the
to go
thing,
green here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. The trucks taking on the NC Education Lottery 200 tonight for the Misfitz League Series.
yeah, and just a note, I'm not sure how much like the actual like race information you're aware of, but it's a full 100% race, so going for 200 miles. Wait, is it 200 miles or 200 laps? I can never remember with like the 200 and the number.
200 miles.
Okay, 200 miles.
200 miles. Yes, sir. I think it said it was 125 laps.
Yeah, so the trucks are currently getting into formation. Looks like they're just working on it. Might be one more lap. Looks like might be one more pace lap with how disorganized they're looking, or might be going green. Yep, they're green flag. Are they? Sometimes it's hard to tell if they're actually green flag or not, because yeah, they are green flag.
Oh yeah, they're green flag. Here we go. JP starting in the pole, number 87 right there. He is going to be our leader as we go green. Let's look behind the 87 right now. He has got the Gatorade car right on his bumper. Little bit of contact right there into the wall, just enough for that Gatorade car to get on the inside. Trying to cut off JP in the 87 car. Let's see what he can do.
Yeah, so that 29, the driver of the number 29, Lions Mutt, he has not made the most starts this year, but he actually did pick up the win at the last D-shaped mile and a half oval at Atlanta Motor Speedway. So he does have a win on a track fairly similar to this. Of course, higher tire wear at Atlanta, but
that's awesome.
Yep.
It's always, contact right there. Oh, right out of turn 2, there is a wreck involving about 5 or 6 cars.
Yeah,
that's definitely
going to bring out
the
the game caution. So, yep, game caution is out. So,
yep.
Let's say some leagues use game caution, some don't,
Looks
because
like
it allows options for drivers to wreck themselves and get a caution. But they have a mix, so if there is a big wreck and the game decides not to call it, they will still call the caution, and it will just be manual.
Gotcha.
So it looks like...
Novice Squid has got some damage.
Yeah, it looks like almost everybody in the top...
Go ahead, sorry.
It looks like almost everybody's coming to pit road here probably for 4 tires. Like... Literally everybody came to pit road there.
All right, JP still our leader, 24 right next to him as we go green out from caution here live Charlotte.
Yep, JP Big Dogs was also a really big factor at the... and they're wrecking already again, but no.
Another wreck.
Yeah, as I was trying to say, JP Big Dogs, he was one of the factors at that Atlanta race as well. There was JP and Lions were 2 of the fastest guys there, and Lions has been one of the fastest overall as well out of this group here.
Yeah, JP is actually, I think, the only person other than Keystone that I know previously before coming into this game. He's in another league, I think, that I have announced for in the past.
Yeah, and I actually knew Lions from a previous league as well. Actually, from a couple previous leagues, so I interacted with him, a couple others throughout here. But a lot of these guys, a couple of these guys are actually making their first starts. Or first starts in a while. I think the 4's new. The 24 is new.
You know what? I believe I did a race last week for the Winston Cup series or the Winston series, whatever. And JP won. That was his first win.
Yeah, so
in
the
that
04,
in that race,
the
in that
4,
league, I remember.
Yep. So the 04, the 4, and the 24 are the new trucks here tonight. Those are the only new ones I recognized.
That Gatorade cart's the 28. It's really
29.
hard to see that purple.
It's 29.
29?
Yep. Lions drives the number 29. Yep. Novice is in the 28, and he's a little bit further back in the field. I believe he has an orange car, or orange truck.
Man, Lions, he has got a very fast car, but that number 4 is right behind him. He is not giving up. Looking back with a couple of the other guys casing in the 24 car. Who's that? He has got a car coming up on his inside currently trying to get that draft right in front of him. He is not going to be able to do it.
Yeah, but Lions, I mean, he's been known to be fast early on in races, but he has had some connection issues at different races, so of course that's always a factor, which that is why he is actually no longer a points leader, is both connection issues and having missed a couple races recently have now put him outside the points lead. Of course, still in a very good position to advance, especially considering he's got a win. He's still in a very good spot to advance, but I don't think you're ever really safe to advance to the playoffs. And here we go. 04 making a charge. He's looking to make a charge here on the back straightaway. The 04, that ally.
Yep, he was trying to get it right there on the inside with that momentum.
Yeah, and he's
it looks like Lions. He is trying to hold him off.
No, yep.
Got him side by side. Oh, man.
Lions tapped the wall there a little bit. Yeah, it looked like Lions might tap the wall just a hair.
So it looks like Bob Go Heels. He has called it quits. He's in the pits already.
Yep. He's pulling out of the pits. He was on pit road. He was actually on pit road.
Oh, man. He was on pit road. Wow. My bad.
Must be. He might have spun out, but considering the speed of that pit stop, he might have just spun down there accidentally and been able to get it down to where he didn't get a speeding penalty. Because that did seem like a very quick pit stop, which would have been like the 3-second minimum pit stop that you can take. But no, actually, here we go. The 28 of Novice Squid comes in that off-access pink and blue car. Peels down onto pit road. It's very early for scheduled pit stops.
I know, that's why I thought he had quit, because I was thinking, man, why would he be in pit lane already? But he might have gotten some damage from one of those altercations we saw a couple laps ago.
Yeah, the tires are wearing actually pretty extreme. Looks like some drivers are down to under 30 on some of their tires. Specifically that right front that we all know wears away so much. So they could have just been that low on tire that they didn't want to chance it.
Man.
Because, I'm hearing that some of the drivers are reporting tires as low as 25 now. So,
wow. That's insane. Josh Ice, he is... I think that Josh in first place, he's probably going to have to head down pit road soon. He is not taking it easy on these tires. You can see that car doing a little wiggle as it comes out of turn 4.
And I say he can't really take it easy because he's got that very fast number 29 truck on his back bumper. But again, kind of the question is how much earlier do you
know.
want to pit than the other guy, because if he's able to run 4 more laps than you and is able to catch that lucky caution and trap you a lap down. But that was a big moment right there for that number 04. Might be now trying to slow down to get to pit road. No, he's going to continue to race it.
See if he cuts down right here. No, he is going to go. He is trying to get all he can out of these tires. Very, very risky here at Charlotte. You don't want to blow a tire. That could blow your whole race.
Midnight Maverick, Katsu are 2 of the guys that have pulled onto pit road. Average Joe is also pulled down onto the pit road. Keystone's now re-entering the track. Now that the 04 has been passed for the race lead, will he maybe pit this time? No, he's still going to... Oh! He hit the wall there. It looked like he might have just slipped up into the wall. Now, of course, the question is how is there a chance that these guys are going to blow a tire and that could bring out the caution, which would really mess up the strategy for some of these other guys back here who are now currently a lap down due to pit stops. Oh, as we see both the leaders coming down to pit road. JP Big Dogs, though, appears to be going on by.
Redneck, he might have a little... Yep, Josh going ahead and headed down pit lane finally. Sky Hot Wheels in the A car. He is now coming out of pit lane.
Yeah, Redneck, he definitely looks like he might have... He's either got a laggy connection or he's got a blown tire. I'm not really sure which one.
Lions headed into pit lane 29 in there, 24 in pit lane as well.
Yeah, and that will cycle. That should cycle the majority of the pit stops. I don't know if I saw JP Big Dogs go on by the race leaders. I don't know if he'd already pitted, so he was just getting a lap back at that point. But the pit cycle should be almost cycled around now.
There are only 7 laps remain here at the start of the race. We are only in stage 1. We have got stage 2 coming up next, 30 laps. And then the big one, we will have stage 3.
Hulk Holden in the 20 now comes down to pit road.
30 minutes.
So Hulk Holden in the 20, your race winner from Daytona to start off the truck season, has now pulled onto the pit road.
That's very cool, that 20 car right there of Hulk Holden. He won the very first race at Daytona to start this truck season, according to Meowsers.
Yep. Oh, and the 13 goes through the...
Trying to see who is in...
13 just went through the grass there on the tri-oval. That's that's Keystone guy. So it's like his third gamer tag since he's been in the league, so it's like trying to remember which one. Oh, and we got one truck around on the backstretch. That's a 39.
Yeah.
39 of D-Prev.
D-Prev.
Yep. Don't know if that... I mean, it looks like a one-car spin, so it won't... Unless the game brings it out, it won't bring out a caution.
Yep, looks like since that was a single car altercation, it's not going to bring out the caution.
There's still less than 8 cars on the lead lap at this point. Looks like we might only have about 7. Oh, and there we go. JP Big Dogs pulls off to pit road. So I believe he was your race leader, and you'll start to see some guys unlapping themselves here. So this is where it really comes down to it: is did JP have a big enough lead that he could that he can pit? I don't know if he was staying out to try and catch a caution after losing some of that track position pretty early on. But yeah, here's that 04 that was up there battling for the race lead when he came into the pits, but I don't see Lions around. Did Lions just gap him on the pit road?
Yeah, I'm not too sure. I'm going to go check and see where he is
Lions
at
just
right now.
Lions is in
Lions.
turns 1 and 2 with Average Joe there in the 3.
Yes, yep.
Oh, and we got Novice Squid slow on the front stretch.
Keystone wrecking out.
Oh, Keystone wrecked?
Keystone wrecking out. Yep.
I'm gonna say because
that's gonna bring out the caution.
So that's gonna end the stage almost certainly.
Yep, I'm pretty sure that is going to end the stage. There was only.
I say it's a manual caution.
I think a lap left.
Yep. So,
oh, it's a manual caution.
Yeah, it's a manual caution right now. So I don't know. Maybe they'll be able to. Maybe they'll be able to get everybody pitted and then going back green flag with 1 lap to go if we've got enough time. Oh no, wait, nope, that was coming to the checkers. So that was the checker. Game Mastermind looks to have won the stage.
Okay.
Yep, Game Mastermind won the stage from Scootin, Lions, JP, and there are 5 cars on the lead lap, or 5 trucks on the lead lap. Everybody up to 5th is lapped.
Gotcha.
And with the tire wear,
5 trucks on the lead lap, every behind.
And with the tire wear, I don't see how many of these guys.
Sorry.
With the tire wear, I don't see how many of these guys can actually stay out and even get their lap back on the wave around at the end of the stage.
Mm-hmm.
But they're going to be about 3 laps shy on fuel, though. They can't make the stages on fuel, so we know for sure they're going to have to pit. Just a matter of when.
Yep.
Oh, and JP got
there
back.
we go. Green flag for stage 2.
Yeah, JP might be on slightly older tires as he had pretty much just come out of the pits. About a half lap before the wreck happened that ended the stage, so... I mean, it's not very old tires, but it's still older than the brand new ones behind, and more importantly, it's warm tires as opposed to the cold ones that everybody else just got in the pits.
Mm-hmm. Man, JP having a great race today in that 87 car. He is trying to hold off the 4 in second place. They've also got the 29 trying to battle him out right there on the inside as well.
Yeah.
These cars, or these trucks per se, are doing... What about the 4?
Oh, I was about to say, the 04 looks to be trying to just get back to his lead that he had when the pit cycle started. But to be honest, if I'm him, I think you value the fact that don't bring out another caution here, because that'll just start to let more and more guys back on that lead lap. And I think, to be honest, keep it as a country club. Keep the 6 guys on the lead lap that are on there currently. Oh, contact there between...
I agree.
I think that was Squid and Keystone in the back. Oh! And the 39 goes sliding down the track.
Man.
The
there he
3
goes.
clipped the grass on the inside of the wall. Or not on the inside wall, but down on the inside of the track. It's so weird having a 4 and an 04 in the race.
JP.
In the same race.
I know. I was dealing with that the other night. I was already calling the race, and they said, hey, just so you know, there's a 9 and an 09 and a 0 and a 00. I was like, wait, what?
Yeah, that's why I keep saying the 04 instead of the 4, just because I know that there is another 4 in the race.
Yeah, that's smart.
They are spread out a little bit, but...
You're a very smart man.
You do it enough, you'll run into that kind of situation a lot more often, because especially when custom cars are now so prevalent.
Oh, I bet.
With all the different numbers. It's like the O something isn't something you see in a lot of the top NASCAR series at the current moment. It's more of a short track thing, I think, to see like to see O anything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But of course,
man,
now
JP has got about a half a second lead on the second place car.
Yeah, and of course, the more they battle it out here side by side, the more JP's going to be able to pull away. And remember, he went further than anyone else on that first set of pits, on that first pit sequence. So could he maybe try and stretch it even further? Especially with the caution laps at the end of the stage, he might have been able to save a little bit more fuel.
Yeah.
I can't imagine you'd be able to save 3 laps in over the course of the run, but maybe he's able to somehow save while pulling that gap.
Yeah, I'd be interested to see exactly what his strategy is right
Because
now.
remember, he made it to almost like 1 or 2 to go in the race before he came to pit road, or in the stage. And this stage is slightly shorter on green flag laps because, of course, the yellow flag laps at the end of the first stage count as the first laps of the second stage. So, I mean, he could maybe fuel mileage a stage win here. Now, of course, he might just try and pull a big enough lead that he can come into the pits, take fuel only towards the end, and just kind of hold on to that lead.
And only 20 laps to go in the second stage, with JP still leading this race, but second, third, and fourth tailing him right behind. They are trying to catch up. A little pack forming right behind JP. It's going to be interesting to see if these guys can run past him in the next couple of laps, maybe get a better position into stage 2, coming into the final stage here at Charlotte.
Yep, and also another note that might come into play with the like fuel saving strategies and whatnot. The 87 truck was actually able to win both races already at Martinsville. One in the National Series on Monday night.
Oh, wow.
And the truck race this past a week ago. So he was able to win there, and those are some other tracks where managing a run and managing your tires is very important, as well as being very good at Atlanta earlier on in the season as well, another tire wear managing track.
Yep.
So that's definitely going to be a factor, which is, so it's like he's got the skill set to do it. He's recently done it.
Yep.
I always get so nervous when I see those trucks go down
It's
there
always
towards
cool
the
to see,
inside line.
I agree. You never know what these trucks are going to do. They handle sometimes with a mind of their own.
Well, also hitting the apron just tends to do this thing called spin your truck out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that happens to me more than I'd like to admit. There's a reason I'm up here in the booth and not down there racing.
Oh my gosh. Well, looks like a car dipping below the apron right now. Possible issue, or they are headed to pit lane. Little wiggle. Kind of blown tire.
That's the 04. He's been doing that all night long, so I believe that is just lag. So, of course, that might be a connection to look for.
Oh, okay.
He also, I'm assuming he might have gotten loose off of 2 that caused him to basically pull over and let the leaders go, because he is now a lap. Like, the leaders were just coming by him to put him a lap down on pace, so he might have been doing that as a formality, as we've got pit stops opening up again. Katsu, usually one of the first ones on pit road, and he's on pit road right now, along with what looked like, I believe I saw Novice Squid, the 3 of Average Joe just pulling off the pit road. We've got Maverick coming in.
Here they go. But
got
JP is staying out, just like we saw.
Yep. We see the 04 and the 29. Now, could they be coming earlier in the window than they did last time to try and get fresher tires sooner to try and run down JP? As we saw, Lions merged right in with JP at the end of that last stage. He merged right in together with JP. Yeah, we got guys pulling off pit
Yep,
road.
and JP is actually headed down pit road already.
Oh, wow. That seems really odd to see him pulling down early on. But yeah, Katsu,
I
though,
know.
in almost every race
Maybe
we've
he
done,
is
though,
thinking
he's
about
usually
getting
the
fresh
first
tires
one.
too.
But yeah, Katsu, though, in the blue number 70
Looks like
is
a
almost
novice
always the
squid
first one.
is. Yep, I'm looking at him right now. Oh man, he got into the grass just a little bit.
Yeah, he's usually hit or miss on whether he's up front or he's having a little bit of a rough night. Yeah, but he's usually one of the first ones on pit road when that window opens. So if there is a person that's going to end up benefiting from a long run, I'd say that strategy by Katsu, at least on the medium to long run, I'd say that's going to be the car that's going to benefit from the strategy, just because he gets those fresh tires before everybody else. But of course, those tires will equalize at some point. But JP coming a lap later, he's lost positions to that 29, the 04, and the 24, and the 6. 4 trucks now gotten by him. The 4 is now on pit road.
Man.
I don't know if he is officially lagged out or if he is just on there getting some service.
Yeah, let's go see what the number 4 is doing right now.
They've got about 12 laps left on the
I'll sit on his
stage.
car for just a second.
Hard battle here between the 12 and the 13, or not the 12, the 20 and the 13. Battling it out. Hulk Holden looks like he's got the position for right now, but I don't know if, is there some kind of groove that I'm not aware of in the dirt? Because I keep seeing Keystone cut through the grass on the in the quad oval. Not sure if there's like some kind of strategy where if you cut the grass just a little bit.
You can cut the grass just a little bit, but usually that's, let me see, I'm watching on board right now with Hulk. Yeah, that's not usually something, I mean, right there, maybe sometimes when you're about to go into turn 1, right before you, or right after you cross the start-finish line. But that's mostly something you see like a Texas track, where you're going to hit that dirt just a little bit.
Yeah, and of course this is the exact same shape as Texas, so. But I've seen Maverick now 2 or 3 times pull down there and cut the grass. Oh, as Katsu hits the wall and he's coming down.
Oh man, wreck behind.
I don't even know what he was doing there. It looked like he was veering down towards pit road. I don't know if that was some kind of lag spike.
Yeah, that was odd.
Yeah, that was a very odd situation there. Yeah, so JP Big Dogs actually leads the truck points, leads the truck points currently by a very good margin.
So is Hulk still in first place?
Is Hulk? I don't know. I don't know if he's come to pit road or not yet.
Oh no, Hulk is in.
Yeah, Hulk 7th. Yep. Yeah, so Hulk and Hulk's actually a lap. So so 13 is currently 1 lap down. 6 laps left to go in the stage that time by. Gonna be 5 to go to the line this time for.
For some reason, I just lost connection. If you could send me another invite.
Yeah, no
please.
worries. It happens. Trust me, it happens a lot.
Yep.
Yeah, if you just look through the races that I've broadcasted on my channel, it happens way more than you normally expect, than you think. And I don't know if it happens more to me because I still have a first year Xbox, but.
Oh yeah, I have an Xbox One S, and usually like on the 8K leagues, I don't have an issue losing connection, but sometimes racing in general, I will.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't usually have issues when I'm actually racing. It's more just when I'm first loading into a league to broadcast, like when I actually first hit when I'm like loading into the track, is when I usually lose my connection if I am gonna lose it. And I see the 3 of Average Joe actually cuts the grass, or cuts through kind of the grass or whatever the red thing on the entrance to the quad oval is. I don't know what that's actually made of. It kicks up like dirt, even though I believe in real life it's just painted concrete or asphalt. Yeah. But a lot of guys have joined mid-seasons and have also not made every race, so that's kind of one of the reasons that I think JP has such a commanding points lead, as he leads the points by almost 100 points over Lyons, who's second in points.
Wow. That's crazy.
Oh, and the 28 slides through the grass hard. And let's see, is he going to be able to... He's staying on the apron here, and that's right in front of JP Big Dogs as well. There he goes. He's merging back onto the track. Luckily, there was a bit of a gap between JP and the others. But yeah, the 28 just went for a big slide through the grass there.
Man, well, I'm not too sure, but it looks like Wild Redneck is in pit lane for good right now.
Yeah, he's
been
out
there
of the
for
race.
Quite a minute.
Yeah, he's got to be out of the race.
Novice Squid cutting through the grass again in that 28 car.
The 6 car spins and wrecks coming into the tri-oval, and that's going to be a yellow flag.
Man, oh man. And right at the end of stage 2.
Is that caution gonna end the stage? Yes, it will. And the stage winner is Lyons.
Yep, it's gonna end the stage.
Lyons was able to win the stage,
Lyons is gonna take the stage in that 29.
And Sky Hot Wheels will be getting the free pass to get back on the lead lap. That will put 8 cars on the lead lap.
8 cars on the lead lap, definitely better than 5 on the lead lap like we saw at the beginning of stage 2.
Yeah, there were 7 that managed to get their way to the end, get back on the lead lap towards the end there.
These cars now about to head to the final stage at Charlotte to race these trucks to the finish line and see who is going to be the winner here at one of the best tracks of NASCAR.
Yep, the home track
Green.
Like the home track for NASCAR themselves, as they are based out of Charlotte, North Carolina. Most of the race teams, this is their home race. And they are already back 3 wide through most of this, as we see a lot of guys getting a little loose off that second corner.
Yeah, they're slicing and dicing back there behind the 29 of Lyons. That 87, he is trying to maintain that second place position, stay with the draft of Lyons.
Who was that? That was
right behind.
That looked like the 3 just went, or that might have been the 3, might have been the 8 that just went sliding through the infield section of like the roval.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, that was crazy to see.
Yeah, and I almost thought he was going to come up into someone and take it out. Of course, the 8 had just received the free pass, so he has no real incentive to have a caution right now because he was able to pit and he's back on the lead lap. So, unlike in previous times where there have been drivers that have made. I don't think anything official had come out about it, them like admitting that it was intentional, but there was fishy where it's like they just went down a lap and then they spun out and brought out the automatic caution. So.
Oh, Yeah.
So it's like there's
Okay,
no
like
way to confirm
Bubba
that it
Wallace.
was intentional. Well, except for they learned from Bubba Wallace because they didn't admit it. So we don't know for sure if it was intentional or not.
Yeah.
But we have seen that happen once or twice. So, but for that 8 car, he has no real reason to want a caution unless to pack the field back up together.
Mm-hmm.
But for the most part, I think he's better off just kind of running and hoping for a organic yellow rather than trying to basically tear up his car to get one more guy back on the lead lap, because currently the free pass would go to the 13 of Keystone to put him back on the lead lap.
Mm-hmm.
As he is currently still one
You
lap
still see
down.
that 29 and 87 battling it out for that top position.
Yeah, I personally would have gone with a brighter color on that number just to make it stand out, but I guess that's what looked good to him. So, and it does look pretty cool, but would be nice to have a brighter color to accent the black. Like usually when I go with the black, I usually accent it with a neon number, or with like a neon pink or a neon purple type of number if I'm gonna go for that type of color pattern. Yeah, just something bright to contrast. Sometimes even white, even though white doesn't necessarily contrast black the best. Ironically.
Yeah.
I don't know too many people that would actually know that one, but white actually isn't the best color to contrast with black. Yellow is actually the color that contrasts black the best.
Yellow?
Yep. Yeah. Yeah, yellow actually contrasts with black to catch people's eye the most. I learned that during a graphic design class in high school.
That's cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah, because of course when you're doing graphic design or advertising, you want to make sure that you're going to make that first glance enough for them to take a second glance and see what your advertising actually is.
Yeah.
So having those kinds of color contrasts definitely helps.
Man, you see that move by Lyons? He does
Yeah.
not want to give up that first place position.
Yeah, he does not want to give up that first place position, especially as he is second in points currently to that 87. He wants to try and make up some of that gap. Of course, probably get another win. Currently, though, the first guy on the outside of the points picture looks like it's going to be it's going to be Keystone. But I believe he will actually move in because the guy just above him in the playoff standings is not at the race, and it is only a difference of about 9 points. So he should overtake that with it just running the race here.
Man. Those 3 cars behind the first and second place, they are trying to get up there, but they really need to pack up a little bit closer if they are wanting to catch Lyons and the 24 Kaysen. He has just called it quits.
Oh,
he just watched his car spin out and goes directly to pit lane.
Ooh.
Yep.
I don't know if he was just multiple laps down and saw that there hasn't been that many cautions for contact, so trying to find opportunities to get those laps back would be tough. Yeah, I'm not sure if
Definitely.
if DPrev has changed his gamer tag or not, but because we have DPrev in the race, and we have a JPrev who is on the points already, so it's like I'm assuming that's the same guy, but I haven't heard about a gamer tag change
I bet
there.
it is.
But yeah, you don't usually see a gamer tag like that doubled up.
No, definitely.
But yeah, I think Gamer Mastermind, who's in the 6, he's trying to work his way into the playoff picture. Of course, he missed the first bit of the season as we see the 19s around on the backstretch. 19 is around on the back stretch. He's back going now, but he's still very slow getting back up to speed here.
Yep, and only 60 laps to go.
Yep. And it looks like those tires are actually starting to wear out, so maybe it could have been a blown tire there.
Yeah, definitely Lions headed down the pit road.
Oh, I saw someone cut through the grass. Not sure who that was. Oh! Uh-oh, there's going to be... Yellow's out, yellow's out. Or yellow should be out, at least, from what I just saw.
Yellow is out, caution.
Yep, yellow is out. Six cars on the lead lap. Lions, last car on the lead lap. But, of course, all these guys that just got to pit road are going to be able to stay out and not have to take the... And can elect to take the wave around when everybody else comes in, assuming that they all come in. Maybe someone stays out to try and trap them a lap down, as there are only 6 trucks. There are only 6 trucks on the lead lap. 7 when Scootin gets his free pass, which, I mean, again, there are these situations where it's like, I don't know if it was a tire issue for the 19 of Scootin, but he spun out while in the free pass position. So, I mean, he wasn't like I don't think he was actually credited as the car for the caution, and that is super strange. Maverick elects to not take the wave around despite he was on pit road when the caution came out.
That is very odd.
Because as long as you get to that timing line before the yellow is thrown, you can stay out and still get your service, correct? You don't need to like have made it to your pit stall or anything like that.
Yep.
Yeah, and he was on pit road, but oh, and the 29 is gonna get swarmed, it looks like. I mean,
Josh in that number 4 car, he has been able to get back up into first. Saw him there earlier in the race. He has gotten back up there, 2 cars behind him. We'll see if he has got it in the next couple of pit cycles to take this race.
Now, looking at it, Maverick has been fast to the point where he's been able to stay in that free pass position, but the only yellow flags that we've really seen have been during the green flag pit cycle. So we have yet to actually see him be able to use that speed that he's got and the being able to be in that free pass position to actually benefit him. But as of right now, he is in that free pass position as JP Big Dogs takes back that race lead as the 04 drops back a few spots.
Yep. JP up there once again.
Oh, but the 6 doesn't want to let him lead too long. As the 6, of course, 6 needs these points to try and get himself pointed into the playoffs. Of course, all these guys, when the All-Star race comes up early next month, that's going to be a race where they absolutely are going to be throwing. A lot of these guys that are new to the series are going to be throwing everything they can at it, because if you win that All-Star race, you get an automatic entry into the playoffs for one of our 2 series.
Oh, wow.
And it's the driver's choice as well. So say you've been doing good in trucks, but you've been slacking, or you've missed more National Series races on Monday. You could use that to get yourself into the National Series, even if you're good in trucks. So then you could use that.
Well, that's cool.
I think the kicker is that you have to be 16th in points to utilize that. But we just saw the 04 go diving way through the grass to try and make up his positions there. But yeah, so currently drivers that would be eligible for that would be from Game Mastermind in the 60 on up. or not in the 60, in the 6 on up, would be able to use that
Yeah.
that all-star win currently. And another guy, oh, okay. Sky Hot Wheels just spun out through the front stretch. That definitely, I just don't get it. Like, I don't know what he was thinking there. I mean, he basically hung a left and basically ran right against the pit lane wall. I don't know if he was trying to pull it. Oh, no, well, if that wasn't, Keystone guy just got turned down the backstretch. And that will bring out a yellow flag if what happened with Sky Hot Wheels didn't. And that's a bummer because
big damage to Keystone's car.
Yeah, and Keystone was actually in the free pass position when he got spun out. Looks like he will be given the free pass despite being involved in this wreck. I don't know what. I kind of saw the tail end of it, so I didn't see what caused the spin. I don't know if it was just his car stepped out on him, which at that point I don't know why he'd be allowed the free pass. Like, that's some of the weird things where, especially with the manual caution, where you can actually choose who gets the free pass, or if anyone gets it at all.
Mm-hmm.
Not saying that he did try anything, but it does seem just weird that, of course, he was involved pretty heavily in that caution, and he lost the position, so he wasn't in the free pass position, like when he caught back up to the back of the field. So I assume that must have been a ruling because someone else got into him to cause that. Is the only ruling I can imagine that would make sense there. Let me see a couple trucks.
A bunch of guys
there.
headed down to pit lane. Yep, JP Lyons, your two top cars headed down, as well as the number 4 right there. We're going to see Average Joe in the 3 car staying out. The 19 of UI.
Scootin.
Scootain.
Yeah, Scootin.
Scootin, okay.
Yeah.
Sometimes they spell it so weird.
Yeah, it's almost like scooting up a chair.
Yeah.
At least that's the way I've heard all of them pronounce it, so I'm going to just assume that that's it. But I don't know what the 28's doing, but he's still running.
It's funny.
He's still running full lap. He's still he's running full speed.
I'm watching him too, but yeah, I'm watching him too.
Yeah, like looks like he's gonna slow down here though to let the other cars pass. I believe he was electing to take the wave around to get one of his laps back.
Gotcha.
And so that's why he was still running full throttle. And then he just kept going a little bit past the pit entrance.
That makes sense.
Or the pit exit, I mean. So yeah, now he's going to drop to the back along with the others because that's how the wave round works. You drop to the back, but you're now one lap ahead of where you were. Now, I don't know if those old tires are going to catch up to them. Because, of course, you can't take tires if you're staying out to take the wave around. Are they throwing the green flag here? I mean, they seem very disorganized coming to that green flag.
Yeah, it's a little hard to tell. Man, it definitely was Novice Squid not knowing what to do in that 28 car. He's at the back of the pack now with Katsu, whatever.
Yeah, Katsu. Yep. The JP Big Dog.
Sky Hot Wheels trying to give a big push on the outside.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Man,
see Josh running right there in the Ally car. A little contact with a bunch of the leaders right there, passing the number 6 car on the inside. He's going to be able to make his way into the 3rd place position.
Now, question
looks like JP leading the race once again.
At what point do you turn up the aggression level to try and get by someone? For instance, the 29 trying to get by this 87 for the race win. How early do you get aggressive on trying to get by him, and or do you play the patience game and wait until like 10 laps to go to start racing real hard for it?
Yeah. I think it definitely depends if you've got somebody behind you to work with you. And it also depends if you get the advantage or not. If you get the opportunity to take it, I'll take it. But if it doesn't if the opportunity doesn't present itself, I can't even talk right now. Then I'm not going to take it until those last 10 laps and try to save everything I have, draft off that first place position, and then try to get around him when he's not paying attention in those last couple laps.
Yeah, for me as a driver, I basically go with the mutual agreement of I'll work with you up until we've made our final pit stop. Once we've made our final pit stop, then we'll race it. Then I'll start to race you for the actual win.
Yeah.
Because right now,
that's
if
good,
the 87 and the 29 were able to kind of work together and just kind of draft together here, they could probably leave the rest of the field here in the dust. And they did start up a new lobby, so they do actually have the online draft, which has been a recent glitch, where if you do like a qualifying lobby beforehand and stay in the lobby, that it will take that drafting away from you, which can actually be a benefit for if you're trying to do like if you're trying to do group qualifying but you don't want drafting involved. But it can be a pain if you're going to a track like Talladega and you don't know about it, and then you're all of a sudden at Talladega with no draft.
Yeah.
But there we go. We saw Lions though there get by the 87 of JP Big Dogs.
'87 looking like he was going to take it low right there, JP, but he decides not to. He's got a little hell behind him though. That four car.
A little bit of a gap between him and the 4, so maybe he could try experimenting with a line right now while he doesn't have a car right on his bumper to take advantage. Especially if you really want to get that lead back. So I mean, I guess it also can come down
into the wall just a little bit with JP.
JP hit the wall a little bit there.
Yep, and about 38 laps to go.
Yep, roughly 38 laps to go. Bob Goes Heels was actually our race winner last week at Atlanta for the National Series, and so he's coming off of the most recent league win in this series. Well, not in this series specifically, it was in the National Series for this league last Monday night. So he's probably coming in with a bit of momentum, especially considering that was a win on a 1.5 mile D-shape oval. So right now, I see the 20 of Hulk Holden looking on the 6 here for about 4th spot, it looks like. Might be 5th. Just trying to see it on track. Yeah, that is for 5th, the battle between the 6 and the 20. They're on track. Oh, and the 28
JP trying to cut right there on the inside.
28 comes to pit road, so he
of course took that pit road.
He of course took that wave round last time, so he is going to be and Bob Goes Heels as well, one of those other guys that took the wave around, having just come to pit road, so might be running out of fuel for those guys. As we see someone go through the cut through the grass there. I don't know if that's trying to like shorten up the front stretch or something by cutting through the roval section where there is pavement there. I don't know if that's like a legitimate strategy that most people are like accepting of, like cutting through the, like trying to use the roval section to at least straighten out the corner here. I personally don't necessarily see the benefit to it, and just a chance of wrecking someone if you go for a pass that way. Just seems like it's way too high to realistically say that that's a safe move to make. Like, I don't usually try and say, like, oh, well, that guy's now a danger on the track, but it very much could end up being that you make a move like that, and you are putting yourself basically in a position where you're now a danger on the racetrack. Even if you know what you're doing, everybody else not knowing what you're doing could still cause a pretty big wreck. Of course, no actual safety concern on a video game, but still wanting a clean, fair race for everybody.
Yep, you're exactly right.
And that 04 appears to have caught back up to that, right up onto that back bumper now, the 87. So now the 87 really has to play more defense than he is offense. And that 20 is still trying to get by this 6 back here for 5th place.
Man, what a race we've got right now with JP.
What is the hood sponsor on that?
Sorry, go ahead.
I'm just trying to figure out what the hood sponsor on the number 20 is, because I haven't seen that one before, I don't think. It almost looks like an attempt to make a Miller Lite logo almost.
Yeah, it does.
See, I see the decal on a couple. I see that decal on a couple other cars, or on a couple other trucks as well. But I don't know what that logo is, so guess I might check out the paint booth later after this stream and see what it is. But lots of trucks now on pit road. Lots and lots of trucks now on pit road.
JP still staying out.
Yep. As we see the 04 come out, and he's actually able to get around the 29 Lions. So Lions is actually now back to what will be what is currently known as going to be second on the racetrack, or second when this all cycles around, because he was leading the race and now has been passed on pit road, which I find that amazing that the 29 was able to, or the 29 lost, that the 04 was able to gain that much on the 29 in pit road, that he was able to come in the same lap and then come out leading on the 29. Don't know if that was a 2-tire call that managed to do that, because he of course was behind JP, as JP is also now on pit road.
Yep, he decided to finally go and head down pit road, trying to see. We have only got 30 laps left.
So if they're all pitting with 30 to go, that means that they're going to maybe need another green flag pit stop, because we saw a green flag pit stop required in the stages, and that's essentially a stage left from where they pitted. I just wonder, could anyone have potentially seen what happened? I don't know if anyone's still out there that hasn't pitted yet, but could someone here have maybe stayed out to this point, trying to get to that 26, 25 laps to go and being in position to take maybe no final pit stop there? I think probably
going to be very interesting to see.
I think if someone were to try and pull that strategy off, I think that would have to be someone like JP Big Dogs, who has shown great tire management over the course of a long run. Because of course we saw him early on be able to go till about 2 laps to go and be able to make that that fuel and tires last so long on that first run. And of course now he's running 3rd on track.
Oh yeah.
Though I think everybody's kind of cycled around to now. They're all the pit stops have cycled around, except for maybe the 3. The 3 is the only one I'm not sure if he's cycled his pit stop yet. Yep, the 3 has. He's in 11th place, currently on track. But the 6 now, almost a lap down. That's definitely going to be a cause for concern there, I'm sure. That the 6 doesn't want to be a lap down here, but he's about to go 1 lap down to the 04.
Yeah, I definitely don't.
Now did you happen to catch what happened to Lions there? Because he dropped back quite quite a bit from where he was running. And Novice Squid now hits pit road.
Yeah, I'm not too sure.
Yeah, it looked like he might have just had a little slip, but it cost him a ton of time on track, which I guess doesn't necessarily make a big difference if you are... Oh, yellow flag appears to be out looking at the trucks on track.
Yep.
So, yeah, I guess dropping back doesn't really matter as long as... Well, I guess you lost the position to JP, but that'll actually keep you on the inside lane, I believe, assuming that those guys were the race leaders. But it looks like actually the 6 was your race leader.
Mm-hmm.
And Lyons is up to second. Trying to figure out how this running order is working, because I thought Lyons was behind, were JP and the 04 just that far down, and nope, we see one car go sliding through the grass.
Yeah.
Not sure who that was fooling around on the caution flag. Might have been the 19 of Scootin'. Just looking at who has a flat or has the orangish truck like that. Yeah, I think that was the 19 of Scootin' there messing around. So it looks like Novice Squid coming up here to try and get a lap back. Trying to get a lap back here.
Yeah, it looks like Scootin' just quit.
Ooh. He might have lagged out, maybe.
Scootin',
considering we saw him spinning around in the
he must have.
grass.
He was on the back straightaway.
Well, he either lagged out
Yeah.
or he chose to quit. Those are the two options, basically, because he definitely
Gotcha.
was not in a natural spot. But here we go. The 6, the 04 come to pit road, but it's a pretty split decision here. If you were driving the number 04 truck, what would you be doing here? Because of course you were up there towards the front.
I don't know.
You were leading the guys that had already come to pit road.
It's a hard decision. Yeah, you know, it's a hard decision. I see some of these guys, there's about 20 laps left. A lot of them only have 16 to 17 laps of fuel. So, you know, it's all about pit strategy right now at this point in the race, especially with the caution so late in the race. This could really shake things up at this point.
Yeah, and JP Big Dogs is not in a position now where he can try and stretch the fuel. He won't need to stretch the fuel as he came to pit road that time. Yeah, so it was a lag out there from Scootin'. He just typed that in the group chat over on Facebook.
What did he say? I'm sorry.
It was a disconnect. It was not his choice. It was not a by
Oh, okay.
choice.
Disconnect.
Yep. Yeah, it was
Man,
lag out.
that's
basically.
very unfortunate.
Yep. Almost pretty much like a motor popping, pretty much. Just a lot less expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd rather lag out of a league race than have a motor pop on an actual NASCAR Truck Series truck. But here we go. Let's see where Lyons is going to line up here. Because it looks like Lyons actually looks like he might be down on the pit, like coming down the pit road this time. No, he's going to go on by. I don't know why he was so low on the track there. There's definitely room for him to move up. Yeah, this has been a great race though so far. Glad to have you up in the booth tonight.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been awesome, man. I greatly appreciate you letting me be up here with you tonight.
Yeah, I mean, I like just having like the ability now of course with another person up here to actually bounce ideas off of like, oh, what could the pit strategy be here with X amount of laps to go.
Yes, exactly.
Rather than just having to basically
totally agree.
math it out in my head, and then only having one driver one driver's like opinion on it. It's like my opinion might be different than your opinion.
I know
based
how
on
that goes,
experience. But Katsu's actually up there in 4th. Wow. And it looks like we got 7, maybe 8 trucks on the lead lap. Trying to see.
Yep, and not too many
8
laps to go.
Okay, so
Only about
wait. This is interesting.
20 laps.
I don't know why Katsu's starting up in 4th position on track. He is actually currently 9th and 1 lap down. But he is up in the 4th position on track. I don't know if they just didn't notice to cycle him back to the field or what, but that seems very high up in the field
odd.
for 9th and 1 lap down to be restarting. Of course, he would be the lucky dog if they do get a caution here. And Bob Goes Heels actually came to pit road as they were coming to green flag. I can't imagine there's a strategy to that, but I mean, he literally came to pit road as they were coming to the green flag. Any idea what kind of strategy that could be?
Honestly, I have no idea. I don't know why.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like, oh, you were trying to cycle yourself to the back of the pack, because if so, then you just pit the 2nd lap
Exactly.
of caution. If you're just trying to cycle yourself to the back, or you go down pit road and then you just wave everybody by you, just let you know, like just say over the radio, because of course all these guys are in a party together, just say, go on by me, I'm going to the back, which not necessarily a bad strategy. I mean, but pitting like that, I mean, you're going to be almost a lap down, if not a full lap down. Because, of course, you might not necessarily lose the lap because of the fact that they were still at pace speed until the start-finish line. He was able to come there, but it certainly just doesn't make much sense. But yeah, but currently the battle for the free pass would be the 70 of Katsu and the 3 of Average Joe.
Yeah, we've seen Josh in this 4 car. He has led a lot today, but he has also fallen back quite a bit. But nonetheless, he has made his way back to the front at the very end of this race. Trying to see just about 15 laps to go.
Yep, 15 laps to go that last time by at the line. No. When it comes to these trucks, I mean, the 04 is starting to get a little bit of a gap there as Lions goes to make a move. Something I don't know if Lions learned his lesson from Auto Club or not, but I remember at Auto Club, there was a truck absolutely dominating the race, and he was using an extremely low line through 3 and 4 at Auto Club. I saw Lions try it once, and then he chose not to use it again until the final lap of the race, and he got down there a little too far, clipped the grass, and spun his truck around, lost a ton of spots. Don't know if he's learned that lesson to maybe try a move. If you're gonna go for a move, try a move like that earlier on in the race, or even just try it before it's the final lap, because he tried it on the final corner of the race, going for the race lead, and he just got a little too much of it.
Yep.
But it looks like though there's gonna be guys coming to pit road still.
Yeah, a lot of guys running low on their tires, also running low on gas.
Yeah, and those would be guys that were a lap down.
We will see.
Took the wave around to get back on the lead lap. Katsu still holds that free pass position though as of right now. Just kind of keeping an eye on that just in case we do get another late caution here. And that is probably what guys like the 13 are banking on, who took the wave around. So that could actually be why Katsu started in 4th. Potentially just that many people that were waved or that were a lap down and took the wave around, and he didn't take the wave around. But here we go. Sky Hot Wheels and Keystone both come to pit road along with a couple other trucks. The 20 of Hulk Holden as well was one
Yep,
of those.
Josh. Yep. 4 still leading the race right now. He's got the 29 still right behind him. First and second place positions. They are going to still not go down pit road, staying out. It's like the 29 is trying to cut it on the inside. It's very
yeah, 29. He's gonna be able to
unclear
make
if
it
these
work.
guys are running low on gas or tires.
Well,
Yep, he
all
is
these
passing Josh right there.
Pretty much all these guys though, they pit under this last caution, so they should be good to go on fuel. Tires could be a different story, but here we go. We got the guys are starting to come out of the pits right now, so no, they're gonna be.
Oh,
getting,
little contact for Josh into the wall. Big damage to the right side of his car.
Is that gonna potentially bring out this yellow flag that we haven't seen much of tonight? We have not seen much of that yellow flag, but it looks like he's gotten back going.
No, we have
high
not.
enough speed.
Yeah,
And the
it's like we are going to
now
continue
comes down to pit
going
road as well.
with Lyons. Yep, Lyons, he is going to be in the lead.
Yep, Katsu's still trying to hold on to that free pass position. I now am not entirely sure who he's battling for it with all these pit stops that have just occurred. But of course we got so few laps left. Oh, and another truck goes sliding down the backstretch, really low now on the track. I think that might have been the D-Prev 81 and the 39. Yeah, right now though it's pretty much just a battle between
under
these
10
front
laps.
two. I mean,
Yep, JP and Lyons right there.
This finish, to be honest, is going to be a spectacular one. We've got number 1 in points and number 2 in points battling it out for this race win. I don't know if either of them are really thinking about the points position at this point in the season, but yeah, they are 1 and 2 in points. Of course, big points gap between them, but still, nonetheless, they have been 2 of the best all season long.
Very cool to see.
Yeah, Lyons trying to hold on for his second race win. And ironically, the race that the only race that Lyons got the win at, the Atlanta race, JP got kind of messed up in a late race caution, which kind of handed the race to Lyons. So this could maybe be a shot for JP to redeem himself on a 1.5 miles in the trucks.
We'll see.
Yeah, we will see.
JP right there battling it out.
Yeah. I'm sure, though, at this point,
the 29 is making sure he knows.
Stuff go through his head, though, because you don't want to be thinking about that.
No, definitely not.
Right now, especially considering that was a couple weeks back. It's not like it's fresh in his mind. I bet you it's not on his mind at the moment, but it certainly is on mine.
Yep.
But yeah, lap
6 laps to go.
Into the 87 back at Atlanta, which cost him his shot at the race when it was him and one other. I think it was Katsu maybe that he was racing pretty hard for the lead with, but it was those two, and then it was either Katsu or Scootin. One of those two and JP were battling hard for the lead for pretty much the entire race, and then lap car got into him.
Man.
Yeah, I mean, just kind of the perils of lap traffic, especially at Atlanta, where your tires can wear so heavily.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think the guy just got loose on the bottom, but this is a whole new race. Charlotte Motor Speedway. Good shot for Lyons maybe to pick up his second win. Because I've seen him pick up a lot of wins in other series as well, but of course only 1 win so far here.
Yep. Only 4 laps to go.
And of course I'm sure the bigger thing that these guys are thinking about isn't the points position, isn't that race from Atlanta. It's probably thinking about the fact that it's a $9 difference in the payout between first and second in the finish of the race.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that's exactly what that.
Oh, contact right there, 87 in Lions.
Yeah,
Man.
I bet you that was like. Remember, we're racing for some money here. Was what that tap there was. Of course,
Man, oh man, big battle between 29 in the 4 car.
87. 4 cars.
Or 87. What am I thinking?
The
I had
04
my
slid
screen
back
on the 4 car
bit.
first.
Yeah.
It's when you're thinking one thing and you mean to say something else, and then you say what you're thinking, and it's all backwards.
Oh, and the 29, he hits the wall.
Oh man, into the wall.
Is that going to be the choke?
Man,
is that going to be the race choked up there? I mean, you hate to think that that's what's going to change the race, but here we go. Late in the race, JP Big Dog's taking probably only about 3 laps left, I'd assume, from how fast. Oh no, that was the end.
Yep, I'll tell you in just a second.
That was the race. That race is over. JP Big Dogs won the race, and that was a last lap mistake from Lions. I bet you he's gonna be kicking himself about that one.
Last lap mistake, man.
Last lap mistake, and it cost 9.
Definitely, JP taking the win.
And it costs 9 there on him. Because of course. So.
Man.
Yeah, I mean, great race from pretty much everybody. So let's go through the. I'll go through the finish results real quick, as we're waiting for them to cycle through. But we have got only 4 cars ended up on the lead lap. So we had the 4 cars on the lead lap, which were the 6, the 2 guys we saw battling for the lead, and then the 04. We had. The rest of the top 10 were only 1 lap down, and then Novice Squid ended up 2 laps down in 11th place, and then D-Prev was the last car to finish the race in 12th place. Everybody else had lagged out in their respective orders. But yeah, thank you though for coming on tonight.
Well, that's awesome. That yeah, I definitely appreciate you having me, and that was an awesome finish. I know it wasn't probably what they wanted to see the finish like, a little mistake there, but it was some great racing, the whole race, especially towards the end, them battling it out for first and second.
Yeah, that was an awesome race there, and I'm looking forward to another great race tomorrow night. I don't know, are you going to be around for tomorrow nights as well?
I will not. I have to work tomorrow night. Unfortunately, I am supposed to do the AK8 race tomorrow night and Tuesday at 9 p.m., but unfortunately I'll be at work both of those nights.
Okay, well,
so
I'll still be here,
I won't be able to actually. I'll be able to do it.
Darlington. Because National Series at Darlington's tomorrow night.
Well, I'll try to get back in the booth with you maybe next Sunday if I can.
Okay. Yeah, well, hey. Thank you guys for tuning into the broadcast here for the Misfitz Racing League Misfitz 200 at Charlotte Motor Speedway in the Truck Series. Thank you guys all for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next race tomorrow night, Darlington, 7:30 Eastern.